Hello, everyone. My name is Emma Pullman, and this is my first podcast, so bear with me. The reason why I'm doing this podcast is because I just found out that Elon Musk tested both negative and positive for coronavirus. Why is this a problem? This is a problem because if Elon Musk can't even get the proper testing, then that says something about our entire system. It means that there's a possibility that the numbers are false. There's a possibility that everything we know about the coronavirus is not accurate. And the reason why this is a problem, and the reason why we need to start looking at this very carefully, is because the coronavirus isn't something that just affects America. It's not just something that affects China. It's not something that just affects Russia. It affects all of us, our entire planet, all human beings of Earth, all creatures of Earth, all animals of Earth, everybody. We can no longer pretend that this is something that each one of us has to fight on our own. We need to all band together as a globalized unit and figure out how we're going to get out of this situation together. All world leaders need to sit down and figure this out. Rather than fighting and increasing tensions around the world, we should all be figuring out what can we all do to make this, to create a universal solution. Now, I'm happy to help in this process and figure out what it is that we could potentially do. But in the meantime, I want to point out all the other problems that are affecting our world. Number one, why is it that the number one thing that we talk about is mental health? Does anyone notice this? That mental health is the number one problem? Do people realize that prior to the coronavirus, we all suffered from mental health issues? That almost all of us were on some kind of medication, whether it be Xanax or antidepressants or anything at all. As of right now, I'm on nothing. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I sit here in my room every day trying to figure out what in the world will solve this problem, because we're not solving it on our own. And now, Launch America is postponed because the person who is supposed to be responsible for overseeing SpaceX is now infected with some coronavirus. Nobody wants to touch him. Nobody knows what to do with him. We're all just going to wait to see what's wrong with him. We know he might be an alien, but that's another story. In the meantime, I'm going to read to you and try to come up with ways that we can all talk about this problem and how we can all band together, that all global leaders can come together in a meaningful way and try to fix this dire situation. So I'm going to read to you from The Coming of the Cosmic Christ. I highly recommend you read this book. It's very good. Sometimes, looking at it out of the space station I imagine I'm in, I get the definite but indescribable feeling that this, my maternal planet, is somehow actually breathing, faintly sighing in her sleep, ever so slowly, winking and wimpling in the benign light of the sun, while her muscle-like clouds writhe in their own meteoric tempo as the veritable tissues of a thing alive. I was not brought up to think of the Earth as a being. Such an impression has come to me only in this new outer perspective of space, which so provokes the thought that I cannot but wonder upon it. Could it? Just could the Earth be alive? The answer is yes. Earth is very much alive. Earth needs our help. Earth needs each one of us to take personal responsibility to protect her. We can no longer just pretend that Earth is going to solve herself. We, as human beings, need to each help Earth. The Earth, its life am I. The Earth, its feet are my feet. The Earth, its legs are my legs. The Earth, its body is my body. The Earth, its thoughts are my thoughts. The Earth, its speech is my speech. I pray for the end of the coronavirus crisis. I pray for all of those who are infected with the coronavirus to be healed. And I pray that all world leaders will work with me and work together in coming up with a globalized solution that we can apply on a universal scale that can solve this for everyone. God bless you all, and may you all have a wonderful evening.